Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for the weekend of December 27th, 28th, and 29th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Check out the link below because on December 31st, Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, I am doing my live January webinar going deep into January, and there's a special where I'm going to have some highlights of 2014. You are not going to want to miss this event. Check out the link below to join us live as we set an intention, and this is the most important intention of the year because it's all about the new year. Hope to see you there. This is a powerful weekend because we are at the in-between point of a huge boiling point. That's right, a boiling point. We haven't felt it fully, even though during Christmas, you know what? We're starting to boil, but the bubbles haven't been popping up. It's this weekend where little bubbles start to boil, and then, you know, by New Year's Eve, it's like, like it's my favorite thing, you know? It's just like that in between the bubble. And there's a lot of clarity. There's a huge message from God coming straight to you this weekend. And I know that might sound like really powerful, but it is. And the message is about your destiny. The message is about what is really happening at your depths. And we're going to go deep as we start this weekend with the moon in Scorpio. And this moon is going to pull us deep, which I think is so needed because even though we went so deep months ago and it was almost too deep, we went on the other side of it now as we went to Sagittarius, as we went out of that depth and just pulled out. It's like the universe is really going to bring us to this powerful placement into our truth this weekend to bring us back into connection, which I think has been kind of lost. I was just talking to one of my best friends last night about how it's difficult to really maybe connect at your deepest level right now as the energy is shifting so much. There's this huge boiling point of this T-square and cardinal cross forming that we've been talking about in the horoscopes with Mars, Uranus, and Pluto, and we're going to talk about this, but it's hard for information to get through this paradigm right now. It's like bouncing off ping pong balls trying to find little nooks and crannies to get to you. And this weekend finally gives us a moment to connect deep into this message of where we're taking our life, what we're going to do, bringing the plans together. The Sun and Mercury and Capricorn are going to conjunct and follow each other through the whole weekend while the moon follows it. And this is a really powerful connection. And the moon and Neptune are going to meet up, the moon and the North Node. Oh my gosh, this is a really good weekend to finally go inside again and find this depth of this truth that you're living in to connect to a plan. But this is where it gets so important. We have got to be patient. We have got to really pay attention to what this message is and really take our time in it. Because with Mars acting up, as it's about to really square Pluto this weekend, as it's opposing Uranus, we need to watch our actions. We need to come from diplomacy and not be charging. Yes, there's a lot to process, as Mercury is want to process it all, and especially in Capricorn, it wants to take its time and make the best plans happen. The moon's going to conjunct Saturn on Saturday, which I think is so important as it trines over to Jupiter, is there's a lot to learn from patience right now. There's a lot to learn from digging deep right now. We've got to really reach deep before we truly understand the feelings that we might have about where we're taking our lives and where we're aiming for and where we're dedicating our destinies to. There's a lot to process here. And with Mars having this energy, we could want to just go. And I think the energy of doing something extreme, radical, is cautioned on. Because as an astrologer, even though I think this is a wonderful weekend, and I think it's great for communication, I think it's great for socializing, I think it's great for really going deep inside, I don't think we should party yet. Because I don't think it's time for a party. I think it's time for all of us to take our time to receive a message of where we're taking this energy. And I think it's so coincidental, it's around a new year, but only the universe would plan things around a calendar year astrologically. It's almost like it's been so destined. I mean, we're really stepping into crazy destined moments here that I think you'll start to feel more this weekend as Venus retrograde is going to start to really feel its power as it starts to move this weekend. Like, there's going to be this, yeah! And it's highly connected with the moon, especially as we step in. Saturday is like the day of like, pay attention to everything happening on Saturday. because this is going to be that energy that really crystallizes. The universe is going to finally find a way to bounce this satellite off that one with the right energy and connect to you and give you this moment of, okay, yes, but I don't think we're supposed to act on it right away. I think we're supposed to still understand that there's plans and that there's time to relax. There's time to find our connections of our truth inside. There's time for us to make plans. You know, it's planning, it's destiny. It's doing something that we emotionally can't get too comfortable in, and making sure that we're making the right plans that are going to restructure our life. Everything is aiming towards Pluto, okay? As we're seeing now the Sun and Mercury come into their conjunction to Pluto here. We've got Mars starting to square Pluto. We got Uranus squaring Pluto. We got the Moon, which is going to sextile Pluto. I mean, we're dealing with all Pluto energy now. And you're going to start to feel Pluto energy. Pluto energy is about extreme change, and this is an extreme change in your life, which is brewing. The boiling point is change. As this New Year's, Mars and Pluto are going to exactly square, with a bunch of other planets, of course. But, and Mars is actually going to square all the planets. So this is about action, and I think Pluto and Mars are basically, you know, ruled by the same energies of Scorpio and change. And I think that you are going to see a powerful change of your life be presented in, of course, 2013 was, but this one makes the more dynamic, intense, rooted change that you've been looking for, and that's what's brewing. And this message this weekend is all about adding to that change, but not making that change happen per se, but preparing you for it, getting you invested in it, making the plans together, rearranging people. We're watching people be rearranged right now as Venus retrograde in Capricorn is going to start really showing its magic here the other side, as it finally starts to move and come off a stationary position. And this weekend, with all these events of the deepness and all this water and Capricorn, Scorpio, I mean, this is energy that's really about a dramatic and intense, powerful transformation that reaches you to some point in your life. And you have to ask yourself, where are you at this weekend? Why are you here? How many destined events happened? That they were all meant for a reason. And whether that's happy or sad is up to whether or not you're really making sure that you're allowing your true destiny to be had. Are you following the clues? And I know it's been difficult. Lately it's been difficult. But you're going to have to reach underneath. This is the underworld of Pluto and Moon and Scorpio this weekend. To go deep inside yourself and know what is it that you're dedicating your life towards, and to plan correctly and to look at the right relationships, the right value systems. We're leaving incorrect value systems to manifest the life that we truly want to have, to identify correctly, to have the right relationships that are based off that identity, to emotionally connect to a destiny that doesn't get in between our destiny, but empowers it. And I think what's even more important about all this stuff that's brewing is on Sunday, the moon comes into Sagittarius, which is going to be in the waning part of the moon, as the moon's going to be at its last energy before it goes new here. So we even want to take more of our time making sure we don't take action. So I think you're cautioned to take action. A lot of extreme things can happen over this weekend, so I'd be very careful, especially from now until the new year. I want to put a red alert on anger. We need to be diplomatic. We need to not charge the battlefield right now, but plan for where we're going to charge and then take a diplomatic action, opposed to knowing where we want to charge and just charging for it without thinking it through, without taking a plan. And this weekend we need to watch all this. Until then, we need to watch this area, and we need to make diplomatic decisions about our own life. Weigh out everything. All this energy needs to weigh it out before we truly take action. We need to really process. And some people can just get rushed into things right now. Woo, you're not going to want to do that. You know, you're going to want to plan accordingly. And I've said this in old David Palmer astrology horoscopes, but when you make it to this point, you know, you should have already made all your launches and everything. You should have all planned it all astrologically. I mean, this is a time where now it's a readjustment. This isn't about launching, you know, like readjustment, you know. The next time of like truly launching is in February, you know, when the energy shifts. So, and especially March, actually February 28th is a powerful day of shifting, and into that week, We got a lot of shifts, by the way, that are going to happen right away at the beginning of the year, so I'd get prepared. And this weekend is a huge preparation as you receive deep orders from within your own self, deep plans, and you prepare to feel and understand that there's a huge change coming around the corner in your life. Thank you guys for all of your support. I cannot wait to see you guys on Tuesday for my big event, which is going to go deep into January and 2014. If you have any questions, click the link below or send me an email. Thank you guys for all of your support, and I cannot wait to see you on Monday.